hmm I was thinking about what is normal this morning. See, when little boys mature, they make noises, whereas little girls, when they mature, they use words. In fact, it's been said that women use twice as many words each day than men do. Yes. Now, when you think about the development of speech, yes, it would be completely normal for young boys, approximately 1 years old to maybe 9 or 10, to use a lot of sounds, yeah, that are not actual words. Whereas girls, they have a development of their linguistics. Yes, they feel a need to talk a lot and use words when communicating ideas. Now, let's say I wanted to see if the court was hearing today, because we have what's known as a hearing. Yeah. And that's where the court listens, right, and the individuals speak. Now, we kind of got this reversed where the judge speaks and the plaintiff and the respondent listen. Yeah. Because women use twice as many words as men. Now, I've often thought, why is it that when I got home after being a financial consultant, yes, spending most of the day talking to clients and listening to them, I felt a reluctance to really want to communicate with my wife. Now, a lot of women would say it's domestic violence. Ouch! He just doesn't talk to me and he doesn't give me the emotional support that I need as a woman, even though each day it's been statistically proven that you use twice as many words a day than I do. Now, for every man that's ever had that frustration of coming home from work, yes, having spent most of the day talking, there are a lot of women that think you're abusive. No, because it seems that judges feel a compulsion, yes, while having hearings, to only listen to the woman, without the requirements of the law, to have to hear what the man has to say. Now, this morning, I'm wanting to sue you. Yes. And I'm needing to know every court hearing in every court of the United States at this very moment. Yes. Those that are known as plaintiffs, those that are known as defendants, yeah, those that are petitioners, yes, and those that are respondents. See, when it's a hearing, yes, judges right now have an obligation to hear what the litigants are saying. Now, somebody has affected the hearing of those that are judges. See, I emailed you the documentation of fraud. Yes. Then I talked to you about what the requirements of the law are. Yes. But judges refuse to hear those that are victims of fraud. Yes. Now, last night I talked to you about the Dodd-Frank and how it is that when you issue fraudulent court orders that violate the consumer protections of a citizen, I have the legal right to sue every attorney general. Now, you get me every court hearing that is docketed for every court today. I want to know who the actual litigants are. Yes. Because the way that I'm seeing it, yes, in my mind, yes, is judges are not listening. Now, your self importance of being a judge, yes, has confused exactly what the job of a judge is. Your job is to listen, to listen. Now, this Dodd-Frank, yes, the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, yeah, the Consumer Protection Act, yeah. This is going to be one of those big lawsuits. See, I remember the credit crisis and why it is that we put that law in place. I'd gone through a foreclosure. Oh. And somebody said it was my fault that I wasn't able to make my house payments. Now, when you buy a house across the street from the Washington State School for the Blind, so that your non biological stepdaughter can go to a blind school, yes, with no other reason than moving there was to support my wife and her daughter, yes, I want you to seriously consider why I was not an abusive husband or father. Now, there's this idea, yes, when you marry somebody, You have an obligation to support the spouse, yes, and in any of the actual children that the spouse has at the time of the marriage. Yes. Now, when we call today, yes, I'm going to say, yes, that I had no reason at all to move to Vancouver, yes, except for the support of my wife and her daughter. Yes. Now we had three sons in Clallam County. Yes. Zachary, Bishop, and Deacon. Oh, and when we moved to Vancouver, right, we moved there because of my support of her and her daughter. My wife, yes, when getting educated, right now, realized that we did not want Jessica having to travel back and forth from Squim, yes, to the Washington State School for the Blind every day. See, there was what was known as a Braille certified specialist, yes, that was unavailable to the Squim School District. Now, as a father, right now, you're not listening. It's called a hearing. Your job is to listen. Right. I want every hearing in every court and all of those known as litigants today. Yes. And I'd like to know every judge that's going to listen to them. Ouch. Because judges are not hearing. What?